Well, hello there. Today I'm going to talk about some unpleasant, disgusting, monstrous, psychotic things. And I'm going to say right off the bat, if you're one of those people that makes excuses for circumcision or even practices circumcision, then you are trash. You are a subhuman. You are my spiritual enemy, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, wish that you die the most painful death possible. So, now that we got that out of the way, this is a topic that's been bothering me for a very long time now. Ever since I found out for the first time that things like that even exist in our world. The fact itself that I have to make this video, it's crazy. For a parent to give away their small child to be tortured and mutilated for the sake of madness and delusions, that's the greatest evil that I can think of. And the fact that something like this is so widespread in the world, that is scary, that is terrifying. Circumcision, well, it kills your soul. It teaches you to ignore the voice of your soul and of nature and your instincts. It teaches mothers to not care about the cries of pain of their children, and it teaches children that nobody in this world loves them and that this world is broken and that nature needs to be ignored and squashed and killed and annihilated. That they need to use their ego to control everything and to completely reject their morality and their emotions. That is what circumcision does to people. For somebody that has been raised in a culture that does not practice circumcision, it's not difficult at all for me to see how evil the thing is. And I am 100% sure that even if I was born in a country where any kind of ritual mutilation is widespread, I would still be against it. I have no doubt at all about that. Because it is really not difficult to see the evil of slicing up infants with razors. It's really not difficult at all. And in order for you not to be bothered by that, you need to be so detached from reality and from nature and from God that you are truly lost at this point. And if any of you smart asses still want to pretend like circumcision is not a big deal and that it's not bad, just go ahead and search for a circumcision recording on YouTube. See what this operation really looks like. See what the child really reacts to that. I dare you to do that. Because if after seeing something like that, you still insist on being a retard, then you are completely lost. You are just trash.
Yeah, because and then if you don't, you get a V-neck. That looks good. That looks like plenty. I'm going to get a little bit of a bow and do it. Okay, it's nice and even all the way around. Alright.
Some people are just completely and utterly insane. For speaking up against circumcision, I have been called obsessed, a weirdo, a psychopath, and a penis cultist. Yes, for protecting children from being tortured and sliced up with razors, I have been called a psychotic cultist. This is how crazy some people are. It's just insane. Circumcision originated as a religious ritual, which is completely baffling to me, since I cannot think of anything less religious than ritualistic mutilation of children. The religions most known for circumcision are Abrahamic religions. And yes, that should include Christianity. However, Christians nowadays don't circumcise themselves, because that's a religion that people actually wanted to spread to the Goys. And the Goys didn't really like circumcision, so Saint Paul was like, oh, never mind, no matter, you don't have to get circumcised in order to be Christian, because something that a human said is more important than what God said apparently. However, nowadays circumcision is also practiced for medical reasons. In this world, there are many retarded things that people say and do. But this is the most retarded thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. Circumcising infants for medical reasons. Nature did not design the human body with an innate flaw that needs to be removed. Billions of years of evolution know better than some stupid doctor that went to a shitty college for 5 years. Circumcision has no medical benefits whatsoever. Oh, people say, oh, if you're circumcised, you might be a bit more resistant to contracting HIV. I have a different method of not contracting HIV, and it works even better. You want me to share it with you?
Just stop sleeping around. Stop being a whore.
Oh, but you might say that there's also phimosis, if it's even pronounced like that. You know what I mean. That problem when the foreskin does not want to slide down from the head of the dick. Well, I'm going to share another secret with you. Human skin is very stretchy, and you can fix that problem yourself by just stretching your skin. It's not a big deal. And even if circumcision was necessary to fix that, which it isn't, that still does not excuse the circumcision of completely healthy, normal infants that aren't even supposed to be able to slide down their foreskin from the tip of their dick at that stage of their lives. It's all completely horrible. It's abhorrent. But those people that say that circumcision is necessary for medical reasons, those are the people from only two places in the world. Either Africa, where AIDS is very popular, or the United States. And the reason why circumcision is actually around in the United States is because of one guy, one piece of shit, named John Harvey Kellogg, the same guy that invented cornflakes. And he brought circumcision to America because he was a very devout Christian. He was a Seventh-day Adventist. And he thought that by torturing infants, he could make them not want to masturbate, which was a great sin. That is actually what his beliefs were. I'm not making this up. John Harvey Kellogg wanted to torture children's genitals so that they didn't want to masturbate anymore, or it was even impossible for them to masturbate. And he even wanted to burn the vaginas of little girls with battery acid as well. But that didn't caught on because people care more about women than they do about men, even when it comes to infants apparently. But whatever. So, that is why circumcision is around in the United States today. Because of this one weird religious freak. This one crazy piece of shit that burns in hell right now. If hell exists. I hope it does, just so that he can burn in it. John Harvey Kellogg. Of course, it's not practiced for the reasons why he wanted it to, but it's still practiced. And the industry of using the cells that the satanic doctors get from infant foreskins is really big, and it's a multi-million-dollar industry. That sounds like something from a horror story, but it's real. It's here. Infants in the United States, the land of freedom, are actually harvested for cells by being tortured and getting their dicks sliced up with razors. And some people from the US are deluded and crazy to the point of actually saying that circumcision is valid for aesthetic reasons. Like slicing up and torturing infants is valid because of your weird sexual fetish that is not natural and insane. And that argument is completely stupid. Nature is the greatest beauty in this world, and by destroying nature you're not going to create greater beauty. By saying that circumcised dicks look better than normal, natural dicks, you're no better than Chinese food binders. Which brings me to my next point. Because this video is not just about circumcision. It's about all kind of ritualistic mutilations for any reason. And those things include things such as Chinese food binding, or those African lip plates, or that other tribe somewhere in the world that elongates the necks of its women with those golden coils. All of this is crazy, all of this is insane, and it should just stop. I have no idea how some people can defend such things. It's completely beyond me. Ever since I found out that things like that exist, I had no issue seeing the evil in them. And one interesting thing that I've noticed is that people living in warmer climates tend to practice this sort of thing more often. Much more often. Which is, I don't really know why that is, but it's an interesting thought to keep in mind. I don't know what kind of innate deficiency there is in the human race for things like that to be created and for them to continue to exist. But there's something really, really wrong with humanity. And there's something horribly wrong with people that practice this sort of thing for any reason. The natural body is the greatest beauty imaginable, and by destroying that, you're committing one of the greatest crimes possible. And by doing that to an innocent, helpless child that you should protect, that is, I can't imagine anything more evil. If there is hell, that is the place where you are going, if you are that kind of person. Ritual mutilation is always evil. It's evil whether it's done to children or adults, men or women. It's an issue that all humanity needs to fight against. It is just something that should not be acceptable, and the fact that it's so wildly spread around the world, that's just depressing. And anybody who protects and defends this sort of thing, anybody who defends circumcision or anything else like that, they are just scum. They're just slimy scum. They are subhumans, and they deserve the worst thing they can possibly get. And if you don't agree with that, then we are just completely not compatible. I don't understand you. I don't understand how anybody could defend that. It's unimaginable to me. Respect nature. Respect your body. Respect and love your children. And don't let them be tortured. Stop being insane. Okay? Fight against evil. Don't allow it to corrupt your life, corrupt your family. Just stop being insane. It really shouldn't be that hard. That's about it.